Welcome into the Warrior Dome on a Tuesday night for some conference hoops action. Tonight, the 4-3 Warriors of Wheaton Academy battle the 2-2 Hurricanes of Marian Central Catholic. I'm Charlie Sias here with my analyst, Eli Arellano. Marian's a rowdy, short group. Eli, what's something to watch tonight as this basketball game unfolds?
Yeah, well, the Hurricanes are not a team that shoots, so they're going to be looking to drive into the paint as their main scoring tactic. And like you said, they are quite rambunctious, so we'll see how the Warriors handle them.
Well, Eli, who else is like a player to watch for the Warriors tonight in an early conference battle?
One player I would recommend watching is Noah Tink. He started the first couple games for the Warriors, was benched, and then tonight he is now starting yet again, so we'll see how he performs tonight.
Yeah, Noah Tink's had some great performances off the bench, and tonight we'll have a good one for you. We hope you stick around with us as tip-off will be in about 12 minutes. We'll hope you stick around. We'll see you then.
Hurricanes and your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Before we introduce the starting lineups for today's game, would you all please rise and gentlemen remove your hats for a moment of prayer followed by the playing of our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the incredible gift of eternal life through your Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins. Thank you, Lord, that this same gift of eternal life is offered to all who call upon the name of Jesus and for the living hope that promise gives us. Tonight we ask for protection of our athletes and officials as they participate in the great game of basketball. We pray for great sportsmanship and competitiveness throughout the contest this evening, both on the court and in the stands. May all that is done tonight in word and deed be done for your glory. In his name we pray. Amen. And now a recording of the national anthem by the Wheaton Academy Concert Choir. Number 3, Aiden Brandt. Number 4, Thomas Broden. Number 5, Mark Jablonski. Number 12, Connor Brandt. And number 14, Colin Kowalski. The Hurricanes are coached by Lafayette Bell. And now, the starting lineup for your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Number 2, Tyler Anderson. Number 3, Donnell Osley Jr. Number 4, Ray Reno. Number 5, Noah Tink. And number 23, Hayden Schroeder. The Warriors are coached by Daniel Smith. Your officials tonight are W. Thomas Gordon, David Trey Wardman, Kevin Moore. Good luck to both teams. And let's play some basketball.
We welcome you back to the Warrior Dome on a Tuesday night for some Marian and Wheaton Academy basketball. Your Wheaton Academy starting lineup tonight is Tyler Anderson at point guard, Donnell Osley, Ray Reno, Noah Tink, and Hayden Schroeder at the 5. An early conference duel on tap for tonight. Out for the tip is Hayden Schroeder and Jablonski for Marian. The tip is won by Marian, taken up by Groden. Marian has kind of a similarly sized lineup, all kind of right around 6 foot, a little bit taller. So it's interesting to see if the Warriors can keep up with some of the size Marian has, or rather lack thereof. Now into the corner for Grodin. Grodin being guarded by Schroeder. Back out to Brandt. Brandt looking for some help. Back over to Grodin. Grodin in the corner. Not a lot of ball movement here. Over to Brandt. You'll notice 2 Brandts, Connor and Aiden, unknown if they're brothers. 3-pointer off the back iron there for Jablonski. Rebound to the Warriors. Anderson up the court. You'll notice in the starting lineup, Tink is back in, as mentioned in the pre-show. Tink started the season on the starting lineup as Reno misses that 3. Tink started the season on the bench, or starting rather, before getting put on the bench and really balling out, and now is back in the starting lineup. Brandt kicks it out over to Jablonski. Marian hoping for a different result than the JV and freshman game as they got blown out in both. So the Warriors hoping for a clean sweep here tonight to improve on their 4-3 record. To the hoop, and no good there for Jablonski. Push up to Schroeder. Schroeder lays it in.
Schroeder using that size to get to the paint. 6'7" to be exact.
Hayden Schroeder using his big reach and his size. My partner tonight, Eli Alorano, as mentioned in the pre-show. I'm Charlie Sias, ready for an exciting night of Wheaton Academy basketball. And an early timeout here for Marian. Marian's head coach, Lafayette Bell, not happy with Connor Brandt, a junior, coming in at 6'1".
A lot of frustration shown there, especially when you're calling a timeout this early in the first quarter.
Yeah, only about a minute to a minute and a half in. And Coach Lafayette Bell is not happy, to say the least. The Marian Central Catholic Hurricanes are coming off a loss on Friday at Cary Grove. They fell by 32 in a tough blowout on the road. Hoping to kind of course correct over the past couple games. They're sitting at 2-2, but coming off a blowout like that. The Warriors are coming off a loss of their own as well on Saturday, losing to, I believe, Hinsdale Central by a slim margin. Inside, rejected by Schroeder. Brandt gets his shot sent back by Hayden Schroeder. Now up to Ausley. Ausley getting pressured. The double team, no call, and a steal for Marian. Up the court, Jablonski looking to push over to Kowalski. Back over to Jablonski, and now over to Grodin. Grodin being guarded by Ausley, the senior. Schroeder, the junior, guarding number 12, Brandt. Brandt gets it stolen by Anderson. Anderson to the hoop, and he lays it in.
Great defense there by Tyler Anderson. Just what a way to read the pass.
Warriors up 4 off of 2 steals and 2 easy lay-ins. Some stifling defense hopefully being played tonight for the Warriors. As Ausley nearly forced another steal, but it will stay with the Canes. As Marian will make their first sub of the game. In is Colin Hernan. Out is Brandt.
Connor Brandt, to be exact.
Yes, because there is 2 Brandts. And they kind of look similar too. So now down low, over to Hernan, who fresh into the game. Now out to Brandt. Actually, they don't really look very similar. I just double checked again. They are not very similar looking. Now back out to Hernan. Hernan over to Kowalski. Back out to Brandt. Good ball movement here, driving. Now Reno in the post. Reno standing him up. And stolen by the Warriors.
Tries to look for a way out, but Donnell Ausley just covering that ground.
The push to Reno. Tries to get to Schroeder. No call is made as the pass cannot connect. Marian with the ball again. Dribbled up here by Brandt. Deep three-pointer. Off the side of the rim. Schroeder with the board. Brandt, a confident deep three-pointer. Now Ausley to the rim, and he lays up
inside hand lay.
Went with the inside hand. Didn't look like it was going to be easy there, but he gets the inside leverage and puts it in. 6-0 early here for the Warriors. And out of bounds. Brandt goes out of bounds on the Warriors sideline. This is important for Wheaton Academy here early to get out to a good start and just go on cruise control after that. Into Anderson, as Coach Don Schlenbecker calls out the play. And a travel on Reno. Reno with some difficulty getting in that pass and travels. You'll notice out of the starting lineup tonight is I've just learned a couple days ago, the Australian-born Jackson Snyder. He will be coming off the bench for the first time this year. He apparently was born in Australia and is Australian. Quite an interesting little tidbit there about one of your favorite Warriors. Now into the paint, off the rim, no good for Jablonski. Rebound to Schroeder, over to Anderson. Anderson gets inside the lane, passes out to Tink. Tink, good defense there by Marian, has to reset it here as Wheaton Academy. As Jablonski pressures Anderson over to Tink. Tink into the paint, over to Schroeder. Schroeder rejected at the rim, gets the rebound and finishes. Hayden Schroeder with 4 early points. He's averaging 24 this season. Saturday was not nice to him, though, in a low-scoring loss for the Warriors as he went 2 of 8 from the free throw line. It really cost his team. Now stolen by Tink. Tink slams it home. A huge slam for Tink.
What a way to show out there.
Noah Tink with the steal and slam. And it's a 10-0 run to start this game for the Warriors. Student section getting loud early. A decent showing tonight on a Tuesday night for this conference matchup. Now Hernan over to Jablonski. Now back over to Kowalski. Kowalski down low. Brandt cannot finish.
Good look there, but it just doesn't go.
A nice pass, but cannot convert. Anderson in the corner for Tink. Tink fakes a 3. Settles things down. Back over to Anderson. Back into the paint. Anderson attacks off the side of the rim. Rebound Schroeder. Oh my. And one for Schroeder. Oh my.
The Hurricanes' zone defense can be extremely hard to beat, especially if you aren't prepared. But the Warriors are just pressuring them, driving in the corners, and doing a great job of converting those into points.
Warriors with already over 5 offensive boards. It has been a rebounding masterclass early for the Warriors, and that is one of the reasons why they're off to a 12-0 start. That time getting about 3 or 4 offensive boards before Schroeder gets the and one. And he makes the free throw, to which he yells at the bench about. As you can imagine, the bench has been giving him a lot to talk about regarding his free throw shooting percentage. Now up the court is Brandt. Brandt being guarded by Anderson. Anderson pressures. Oh, some difficulty, and it's out of bounds off the Canes. Some difficulty with the handoff, and the ball is going right back to the Warriors.
Tyler Anderson throwing it in. Looks like Osley is directing the offense.
And into the game is the Australian, Jackson Snyder. Looking to maybe make one from down under. 3-pointer, that is. Tink for 3.
Good look.
In and out.
Oh, good.
Osley went for the board, and it's out of bounds off the Warriors. Fresh to check in the game, Armani Massey for Marian. We're going to just get a look here that will maybe get them going as they've been shut out through 5 minutes of play. Schroeder with the steal. Cannot corral it. It goes out of bounds. Hoping to get some rest tonight for Schroeder and some of the starters for Wheaton Academy. Get some bench pieces in if this gets to a runaway, as it looks like it might early. In the corner, Tink pressuring. Down low to Hernan. Now back out to Jablonski. Jablonski pull-up jumper. No good. Schroeder boards. Schroeder pushes up the court to Osley. Osley, and off glass for 2.
Easy lay there. Just punishing that defense inside.
Looked like he might have been going for an alley-oop there to Schroeder. There was an alley-oop in my first game I called this year between Inyeti and Schroeder, as Inyeti will look to check into the game on the bench tonight after starting the past couple. Warriors not allowing anything on their defense currently, as Marian is searching for answers. No points, and a steal by Schroeder. Schroeder to the rack, and he lays it in. Another timeout taken by Marian.
Mix between a dunk and a layup there by Schroeder. But at least we got that 2 points. Score is currently 17-0. Marian surprisingly not scoring yet.
A nightmarish start for the Canes as it's 17-0 early for the Warriors. As always, subscribe to our YouTube page at WheatonAcademy.org, where you can find all of our live streams, including mine, which was last Thursday and Tuesday. Hope you can check into those and support our sports broadcasting class. Talk about our live streams. Tomorrow night at 7 is our Christmas concert here at Wheaton Academy. That will be live streamed so that you can stay in touch with everything Wheaton Academy. Eli, I don't know if you have YouTube or not, but I know if you did, you're tuning into Wheaton Academy.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Just a lot of great events to be showcased there. Hope you guys tune in for that.
All the talents of this school, all in one spot for you to enjoy. Support our Warriors. And Yeti checks into the game, as does Nichols. The Warriors looking to keep up their stout defense here. 17-0 run to start the game. As we have talked about previously, and Yeti is a defensive hound. So any points for Marian will be tough to come by as he checks in.
Wheaton Academy putting pressure.
And Yeti with the steal. And Yeti, some trouble. And he turns it over. Some trouble really handling that ball right there after the steal. Checking back in is the Brandt brother, potentially. Aiden Brandt, the point guard, looks for the Canes. Really the only one that doesn't fit their like 6'1 or 6'2 size mold that they prefer. He's a little bit shorter than the rest. Now some full court pressure from the Warriors, forcing Marian to get the ball in. Now over to Jablonski. Jablonski for the jumper, and no good there. Rebounded Snyder up to Inyeti. Inyeti turns it over. Nice play there by Jablonski to turn him back over. Now Brandt with time running down here. Down inside to Hernan. Hernan inside, and he gets the lay. The Canes are on the board. It's 17-2. Inyeti now turns it over again. Up to Jablonski at the buzzer. No good.
And Yeti has been really hustling on defense, cutting him off, but sadly, 2 turnovers already in the first quarter.
Tough for Inyeti, but not a tough first quarter for the Warriors, as it is a 15-point edge as we head to the second quarter. The Warriors looking to improve on their 4-3 record, get to 5-3, coming off a tough loss on Saturday against a good defensive team. Eli, what do you think Marian really needs to turn around here if they want to get going in this basketball game?
I think Marian really needs to start punishing the Wheaton Academy defense. A lot of their players have been trying to get to the hoop, not really shooting at all, which makes sense because that's not their strong suit, but Warriors' hustle is just helping them secure this lead, so we'll see how Marian tries to get past them.
As we mentioned in the pre-show, the Marian Central Catholic, it's a long name, Hurricanes are not the shooting team. Prefer to get down into the paint and score, but they have not been able to do so. Warriors surpassing their average for points in the first quarter here, as they've only averaged about 12 points in the first quarters this season. So 17 is a nice change of pace. They've been getting out and running off of these steals that they've been able to get off this Marian defense, or offense rather. Start of the second quarter here. 17-2 Warriors. Inyeti here. Inyeti now over to Snyder. Some bench players in for the Warriors as they look to get some serious minutes in a varsity game. Inyeti now back over to Nichols. A junior-heavy lineup with 3 juniors. Reno gets rejected. It's Brandt with the big-time block. Much to the bench's delight here for Marian. Now Oz looking to inbound into Reno. Now over to Inyeti. Inyeti back over to Reno. Reno in and out on the floater. Out of bounds off of Marian. That's a tough call there for Marian.
And Yeti with the offensive bag, using that jab step to help facilitate the offense and get Reno open, but sadly it just doesn't go.
Is Vanek into the game for Ausley, a senior for senior exchange there? Is Vanek not afraid to shoot it? Very good three-point shooter. And he will look to get some three-pointers to fall for the Warriors. Now into the paint, down to Reno. Reno gets fouled. Cannot get the lay-in, but will go to the charity stripe here for 2.
Foul on number 10, Colin Hurd, his second, team's first.
That's the second foul there early on.
For
number
Colin
10, Hernan.
Hernan.
Gets that one to go in for Reno. More subs being made by Marian. They like to keep some fresh bodies in. Warriors with a mostly bench look currently.
And that's
Reno
the
goes
second
2 of 2.
point for him.
Reno good from the line there. Warriors, as I mentioned, had some troubles at the line on Saturday as a team. Did not shoot the ball well from the line. And off the side of the backboard, rebound to himself, and it rolls out. Now another rebound and another miss there for Brandt. The other Brandt brother gets 3 tries there and cannot convert. Now Nichols up the court. Good pass there to Reno. Reno for 3 off the front of the rim. Now rebound to Brandt. Brandt to Brandt. Now back to Brandt. There's so many Brandts. Now Aiden Brandt with the ball. Being guarded by Andietti. Down low to the other Brandt. And Brandt gets the lay-in.
Nichols was reaching for the steal there, but Marian just exploited that with that spin move into the paint.
Connor Brandt, that is, gets on the board for Marian. Cutting the lead down to 15. Isvanek getting pressured over to Nichols. Nichols now back to Snyder. Snyder over to Isvanek. Isvanek shoots a 3. That's cash!
First of many three-pointers in this game for Isvanek.
Isvanek not afraid to shoot the 3, and he drills it there. A smooth jumper. Now down low to Brandt. Being guarded by Nichols. Kind of a size mismatch there if the Canes look to exploit it. Now kicks it back out to Jablonski. Jablonski for 3. No good. Rebound to Snyder. Snyder pushes it up. Over to Reno. Back to Snyder. And a turnover for the Warriors. Now trying to push it up the court.
Tips
and
it out of
turned over.
bounds.
Or not, rather, just out of bounds off the Warriors. Nichols with his hand in on that one. 18-point edge here for the Warriors. They got off to a strong start, a 17-0 run. Now it is an 18-point lead as they hope to go on cruise control, get their bench some good minutes as Anderson comes back into the game. Now over to Groden. Groden being guarded by Isvanek. Isvanek. Now back over to Brandt. Brandt looking for anything here. Not a lot of movement. Good Warriors defense here. Gets it down low to Brandt. Brandt. Lay-in does not go, but the foul is called. Going to the line for 2. Non-basketball observation here, but Eli, those like powder blue jerseys for Marian are looking sharp tonight.
Yeah, the red and blue clashing there. I mean, from a graphic design standpoint, that's a nice colorway there.
Kind of like a turquoise, like a
Yeah.
sky blue. Very appealing to the eye. However,
But those Warrior jerseys, you see that speckled design
the
on
Warriors
the stripe on their
jerseys,
shorts? That's tough.
those are a nice design. Now rebound. Ooh, diving. You cannot corral it is Snyder, and it is out of bounds off the Warriors. Tough there off of the missed free throw.
Marian throwing it in.
In over to Brandt. Brandt for 3. Off the back iron. A little too much there. And out of bounds off Marian. Snyder with some difficulty holding on to the ball here. However, that time does not burn the Warriors. Stays with them. Anderson dribbles up the court. Anderson over to Josiah Nichols. Nichols back over to Anderson. Over to Isvanek. Isvanek down low to Snyder. Snyder back over to Isvanek. Isvanek for 3. Off side of the rim. Rebound Reno. Nice tough rebound. Josiah for 3. Off the front iron. Another rebound for the Warriors. Over to Isvanek for 3. That's good.
Second time's a charm there for Isvanek.
Caleb Isvanek off the bench in 2 3-pointers early. Leads the Warriors with 6 points. Stolen by
And a
Isvanek.
steal.
He is hustling right now. And a foul
That's
call.
a tough push there.
Brandt with a push and a hard foul there on Anderson, who takes a dive. As Schroeder checks back into the game, so does Tink. Schroeder got his little rest. Hoping to get him some more minutes now before halftime. Into Schroeder. Schroeder out to Tink. Tink for 3. Off the front of the iron. And a good rebound there by Snyder. Over to Anderson. Anderson looking for something. Over to Isvanek, and he throws it away. Not a good pass there from Anderson. And Isvanek cannot come up with it, and it's a turnover on the Warriors.
Warriors ball movement just really working this Marian defense, getting both a lot of rebounds compared to what Marian's getting, especially on the offensive end, getting those putbacks. But also from the three-point line, they've been doing really well too, getting a lot of open looks.
Rejected by Snyder. Oh, and it turned right back over. Can I get the pass? Now the ball is flying everywhere. Off of a foot. Kept with Marian. Marian looking to settle things down. Over, back out to Brandt. Brandt for 3. Takes it and buries it.
That's 7 points for Marian to the Warriors' 25.
A confident three-pointer right in his face for Brandt. And a good play there by number 14, Kowalski, to keep it with the Warriors, though. As Eli, you mentioned, the Warriors are not shooting the lights out, but it has been offensive rebounds and turnovers forced that are really getting these points on the board here for Wheaton Academy. Tink into the paint. Down to Snyder. Snyder lays
Nice
it in.
assist there from Tink to Snyder.
Snyder, as some people on the team are now calling him the Jersey Ripper, or potentially Jack the Ripper is his new nickname, as he ripped his jersey on Saturday in an effort to just show, really just to show his grittiness on the court. And it will stay with Marian as a foul is called on the Warriors. Yeah, Snyder, a very gritty player, willing to get down and dirty when it matters. And it showed on Saturday when he ripped his jersey. Now Snyder coming out of the game. Into the game is Caleb Cruz. Played in the JV game earlier in a rout for the Warriors. Now getting some varsity minutes. Hopefully he can take advantage of that and continue his upward trajectory as a sophomore on varsity. A lot of youth in the game here currently, Eli, including Tink, Anderson, and Cruz. 3 key sophomores for the Warriors. What are you noticing? As an offensive foul is called on Brandt. Tink takes a dive, and it's going back to the Warriors.
A lot of physical ball here, but what you were talking about, Charlie, this is a very young team for the Warriors. Our only seniors are Donnell Osley, Caleb Isvanek, and Titus Culver.
Yeah, so a lot of youth on this team. As you'll see a Marian zone getting put into play here. Look at just change up the defensive look.
Isvanek for
takes
3.
it. He buries it again. Isvanek, his third three-pointer. He is not afraid to shoot it, and he is showing exactly why. 3 of 4 from 3 now. A huge boost off the bench.
Tink putting the pressure.
Marian getting pressured here. And a push called on Marian. So it's going back to the Warriors. Another turnover here in the first half. A first half filled with them for the Marian. Now Anderson up the court. A different look on the court currently for the Warriors. As we've mentioned, the 3 sophomores, Schroeder and Isvanek. Over to Tink. Tink turns it over. Good play there by Brandt. Brandt now up the court. Finds his man. And everyone on the floor. And a push is called on the Warriors. Number 21, Caleb Cruz, his first foul of the game. 23-point lead here for the Warriors in what has been a dominant first half. Now inbounding is Nico Zekin. Now Brandt takes the jumper
nice
and buries
touch
it.
there.
Good touch, as Eli mentioned there, for Brandt, as he's already got 7 points and has really been a light for the Marian Central Catholic. And Anderson for three. Anderson takes a three-pointer and buries it. Warriors shooting the three ball well so far in this first half. Something they don't usually do. Now down low and out of bounds off of Marian. Number 23, Lucas Zuala, could not keep that pass in. Warriors looking to build on their lead with about a minute and a half left in this first half. Cruz back over to Anderson. Anderson shot fakes. Oh, and stolen by Brandt. Brandt has been a defensive factor as he lays it in.
Nice play there by Marian. Brandt just also using his body to block out the Warriors as he gets to the basket.
Cruz for three.
And
he drops it in. A deep three-pointer there for Cruz. We've known he could shoot the three ball. Just waiting to see him show it in the varsity game, and he does right there. High floater, no good there for number 14, Kowalski. Back over to Cruz. Cruz over to Anderson. Anderson to the rim, rejected by Brandt. Connor Brandt has been a defensive factor, a defensive force, really, for the nice sky blue Marian Central Catholic Hurricanes. And a push called on Schroeder. So going back right over to the Hurricanes. Now, taken up here by Marian. Marian being pressured there by Anderson. So you'll notice on Hayden Schroeder, the junior standout for the Warriors, his signature mismatched shoes. He's got one yellowish orange and one blue. When talking to him earlier today, he said he got it from a Steph Curry camp when he was younger. And he really loves those shoes, and he wears it for every game, and potentially they're a good look for him as he continues to ball out for the Warriors. Some other shoe news. Noah Tink and Donnell Osley, if you'll notice, have the exact same shoes on as they do for every game, so seems like a similar style here for the Warriors. Now down low to Reno. Reno out of bounds off Marian. Marian doing a good job disrupting some passes here as the Warriors try and get their offense going. They have successfully, shooting the three ball well, but just trying to get in the paint. Marian's really been disruptive. Into Tink. Tink over to Anderson. Anderson over to Svanek. Svanek takes a three. Falls and cannot get that three ball in.
Rough basketball there in the paint. Reno fighting for the rebound, but it's out of bounds.
Been a feisty game early. We mentioned in the pre-show, this Marian team is not afraid to talk a little bit of trash. Get a little, as Eli mentioned, rambunctious. A big vocab word. They're not afraid to get rambunctious with the Warriors as 12 and a half seconds left to go, and an offensive foul is called. Haven't really noticed a ton of smack talk just yet, but it was on the scouting report. This team can potentially get a little feisty.
And Yeti checks in for Cruz, and will be throwing it in.
Interesting sub there for Smith. As 11 seconds left, Warriors ball, subbing in a more defensive player, and then Yeti potentially just likes the way that he runs it better. Now Tink takes a jumper, gets it to go. Time running down, 3 seconds to go. Full court heave, that will be well short. And we end the first half with it being 38-11. Wheaton Academy, a 27-point dominant first half for the Warriors in this early conference battle. We will have, I believe, a cheer presentation at halftime as there's mats in the corner. So I will assume there will be a cheer presentation if you stick around. We will be back in about 10-ish minutes for some more second half action. This is Charlie Sides with Eli Arellano 38-11 your halftime score. Warriors up. We'll see you back for the second half. We welcome you back to the Warrior Dome, getting ready for some second half action. A 27-point lead for the Warriors. What stood out to you most from the first half, Eli?
Number 12, Connor Brandt, has 9 of the Hurricanes' 11 points, so he's been really leading their offense this game. I won't be surprised if they keep continuing to look towards him for most of their points.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it has been the Brandt to Brandt connection. That is the first half slogan, I would say, for Marian, as it has been a big lead for the Warriors, but we choose to talk about both teams. It has been the Brandt to Brandt connection. Unknown if they are brothers, but Aiden Brandt to Connor Brandt has been the way to score for Marian. As Coach Lafayette Bell is not happy early in the second half here. Probably called something at halftime, and they are not running it correctly. Now tipped out of bounds by Osley. Starting lineup back in for the Warriors as they look to just not really let Marian get any sense of hope in a comeback and just kind of slowly glide to the finish. Aiden Brandt with the ball, the point guard for the Canes. Gets doubled by Tink. Tink knocks out of bounds, stays with the Canes.
Great defense by the Warriors to start the second half.
Pressuring the ball as they did the entire first half, leading to many takeaways and points for Wheaton Academy. Now Aiden Brandt with the ball again. Not a lot of movement for Marian. Aiden Brandt to the rim, off the side of the board. And rebound to Schroeder. Schroeder up the court. Schroeder to the rim, no foul. No foul called on that one. Swallowed the whistle there. And it goes back over to Marian off the turnover. The other Brandt, Connor, with the ball here. Working on Reno. Now back out to the corner to Kowalski for 3. Off the back. Now rebound to Reno. Reno over to Osley. Osley rocking his long sleeves as per usual. 3 for Reno. No good. Osley says he does not care about how hot it is here in the Warrior Dome. He wears the long sleeves anyway. Now back in the corner over to Jablonski. Jablonski draws a foul on Reno.
Foul on number 4, Ray Reno.
Reno's first.
His first, team's first.
Now from the line is Jablonski and their beautiful sky blue jerseys.
A little bit of a lucky bounce there for the first free throw.
Got a little bit of action there from the flange, which you learned about on Thursday if you were with us. If you were not, it is the back part of the rim before it meets the backboard. Both free throws hit there for Jablonski. We love our flange here at Wheaton Academy. Now Tink over to Donnell. Osley to the corner for Reno. Reno, ooh, tough three-pointer there.
Looked like Donnell was open in the mid-range there, but gave it up for a three-pointer, which was not good.
Exactly the type of person Donnell is.
Unselfish with the ball.
Very unselfish on the court and off. A leader here at Wheaton Academy. Now over to Aiden Brandt, being worked on by Anderson. Anderson down low to Connor Brandt. Connor Brandt cannot get the roll. Tink dribbles it up the court. Crosses up Connor Brandt. Now over to Anderson. Anderson over to Reno. Reno gets it back to Schroeder. Schroeder trying to draw a foul. Over to Reno. Reno for 3. In and out. Rebound from Marian. Coach is asking them to push. They do. Brandt to Brandt there. Connor working on Tink. Connor gets rejected by Tink, but gets the board and finishes anyway.
Tough basketball there from Connor Brandt.
Tink, the sophomore, rejected junior Connor Brandt, but he gets the board and finishes anyway. He's got 11 points. Schroeder into the paint and gets fouled, and a little extracurriculars there. Just the common foul, though.
Looks like Marian is getting a little bit more aggressive in this half.
His second, team's first.
Well, your boys, as Reno misses that. And Schroeder gets the board and finishes. Well, your boys' Wheaton Academy basketball is not the only thing going on. The girls' Wheaton Academy basketball is going on as well. A road game at Christ the King. They're leading 22-11 at halftime, looking to improve on their record. As it's stolen by Osley. Osley loses it right back. Over to Jablonski. Jablonski rejected by Reno. A foul is called. We thought it would be a huge rejection for Reno. Instead, it is a foul called, a push.
Either way, a great recovery from Reno there. Looks like they had the fast break, but he made his way into the paint to contest that.
Jablonski, he has been able to drain his free throws tonight. Now 3 of 3 on the night. Snyder back into the game here for Reno. Drills both and a timeout taken by Marian Central Catholic. I believe the third timeout taken. They have 2 more to give. Now, speaking of the brother-to-brother connection, as it has been for Marian Central Catholic from Brant to Brant, at least, so we are just speaking as if they're brothers. We actually do not know. We are assuming they're brothers. Wheaton Academy has their own brothers as well. Tyler Anderson, the sophomore, and freshman Riley Anderson, a brother-to-brother connection on the Warriors. Riley Anderson, a sophomore, or a freshman, plays on the sophomore team though. As you will notice, shadow days here at Wheaton Academy. Tuesdays and Fridays, also our chapel days. Eli, were you a shadow?
Yes, I was a shadow. Back in my early days of Wheaton Academy, I experienced it for the first time, and it was great. So I highly recommend shadow days and just get to know the culture here.
If you've heard my broadcast, I was a shadow as well with my brother. I will not dive into that again, though. Foul called. Coach Lafayette Bell, despite it being called a foul, saying good job for that one. He didn't really believe it was a foul, but rather than choosing to argue, chooses to praise his players. Into Schroeder. Schroeder with his mismatched shoe choice. Over to Snyder. And an offensive foul is called on Schroeder. Hayden Schroeder's second offensive foul. He's only got 2 on the game, but both of them being offensive fouls. An interesting little tidbit on this game so far. Schroeder not afraid to get down and dirty on the offensive side. Poked out there by Snyder. Stays with Marian, though. Coach Bell telling his players what to run. Inbound to Aiden Brandt, the court facilitator, the court commander. Similar to what we call our girls basketball head coach, Coach Kurt Volley. And stolen by Donnell. That big wingspan makes a difference there. Pushing the pace as the Warriors. Donnell lays it in.
Again, a great display of his reach, just using that length to get to the rim. Stretching his arms well.
Gets a separation there using his arms and wingspan. Now back over to Jablonski. Stolen again by Tink. Watch out! Oh, he missed the slam. Oh, Tink wanted it all and got nothing. A rejection by the rim. So no slam, no points there for the Warriors, but it does stay with them here. Tink inbounding. Over to Anderson. Screened by Snyder. Anderson, sophomore, almost started every single game for the Warriors. Cannot get the lay in there.
Looks like Donnell was open in the corner there, calling for the ball, but went for a different look instead.
Aiden Brandt. Downloaded another Brandt. And Brandt lays it in.
Connor with the nice floater.
Connor on the dish from Aiden. Potentially the brother-to-brother connection.
Potentially.
That household might be going crazy right now. We don't know. Hayden Schroeder into the paint. He spins. And a call on the floor. A foul. As Coach Bell is making it known to his players he wants them to take a charge. Probably known to the entire arena as well. Donnell goes up for the inbound. Over to Snyder. Snyder into the corner for Tink. Tink over to Schroeder. Schroeder gets it over to Anderson. Anderson pump fake. Back over to Snyder. Snyder goes to the rim and no good. Had Anderson open on the wing but chose to take it himself. And the pass up and a miss there for Massey. Chose for the kind of alley-oop look, but no good there. Too strong. Anderson settles things down. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder gets and a foul on the floor. Man, when Schroeder gets the ball, he just has a presence about him in the paint that just commands fouls.
Like a magnet, attracting other players to him, which also helps to get the Warriors' corner shooters open as well.
Teams hack at him as a turnover there by Snyder. Aiden Brandt with the ball here. It's been a good second half here early for Marian Central Catholic. And the lay-in is good for Hernan. And a timeout Warriors. It has been a good start to the second half for the Marian Central Catholic Hurricanes, as I believe it has been a 10-4 run to start the third quarter. Eli, what stood out to you?
Well, the Warriors are still pressuring Marian Central Catholic well with that defense. Again, using their hustle and their long limbs to disrupt any passes they might have. Although they have given up some looks in the paint.
And you'll notice some more happenings here at WA. We will have the coffee house, the Christmas coffee house, open December 13th at 6 p.m. in the Student Union. And all the proceeds will go to a local charity, Kids Alive, a charity that here us at Wheaton Academy love to donate to. There's a big promotion during Halloween where we go to a pumpkin patch and support the kids as well. Eli, have you ever really helped out for Kids Alive?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I've been to the pumpkin patch at Sunny Acres. It's really close to school. It's just a great way to support. And as well,
yeah, everyone here at Wheaton Academy really has helped out and put their hand in to help support that.
Especially Wheaton
charity.
Academy's way of turning donations into a homecoming game, which I think is a great way to involve the student body.
Good point there by Eli. And Yeti dribbles up the court. You'll notice his mismatched color shoes as well. Seems to be a theme here on the Warriors. Caleb Cruz with the ball. Mass sub in here for the Warriors. Nichols in, as is Isvanek. Now in Yeti. Cross up his man, takes the jumper and buries it.
And Yeti using his vertical to get high on that jumper.
Not his go-to. He is a defense and gritty player, as Connor Brandt.
His first three of the game, but his 16th point.
He is showing us something here at Wheaton Academy and the whole world here on YouTube, as it is 16 here for Connor Brandt. Coach Bell was really getting after him early in this game for running some plays wrong, but he has really responded well. Isvanek takes a three off of the back iron. Not afraid to shoot it, but potentially a little too over-eager there to shoot it. Now settled down here to Connor Brandt. Connor Brandt buries that one too. Everything's dropping for Connor.
With the close-range floater, that seems to be his go-to shot, just pushing that ball over the Warriors' height, making a difference on the floor.
Seems to just chuck that one up as Isvanek buries a three.
Another three for Isvanek. That will be his 12th point in the game.
We are going shot for shot down the court. Inside, laying
again,
is good.
2 points for Marian Central Catholic.
For Hernan. It is basket for basket with 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
Little unnecessary contact there from Aiden Brandt.
The other Brandt.
The other Brandt.
18 for his brother, though. Connor. He's done everything tonight. Steals, layups, three-pointers. You name it, he's done it. Now in Yeti from the line. Free throw a little short. And Yeti's defense, you might say, is almost as perfect as his 3.8 GPA. He is a big-time player, both in the classroom and on the court for the Warriors, as he will go 0 of 2 from the line, but a rebound to the Warriors, to Inyeti. Yeah, 3.8 GPA. That's actually my GPA, so that's pretty good GPA. Turned over here. Cruz with the turnover, and the lay-in, no good, out of bounds.
And Yeti touched it while his feet were out of bounds.
Warriors looking to just kind of calm this frantic pace down, as it has been a very good third quarter for Marian, cutting the lead down to 19 after trailing by as many as, I believe, 27. Aiden Brandt takes a deep three off the front of the rim.
Interesting look there.
And turned right back over by Inyeti.
Pass to
struggling
Connor.
out there. Connor Brandt nearly an and one. We'll go to the line, though.
Reno visibly frustrated at that foul call, but looks like he's accepting it.
It's been a tough night for Inyeti so far. Multiple turnovers. Not shooting the free throw well, but his defense will make up for some of it, and you know he'll make a difference down the line, down the stretch. Buries the free throw. Connor Brandt, 19 of his team's 29 points. Just an all-star showing from this kid, this junior for Marian. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Offensive board, no, it'll be a little late. So that is the end of the third quarter. Wheaton Academy took, I believe, a 26-point lead into the break, but Marian has cut it down to 18. A good third quarter there for Marian Central Catholic in this conference battle as they look for a huge fourth quarter comeback. Well, Eli, Coach Lafayette Bell has to be very pleased with his guys after a big third quarter. Just really keeping their heads up and playing hard, as they signed up for 4 quarters, and that's what they're playing.
Continuing to make this game competitive to the very last second. Warriors built up a quick lead there in the first half, but, you know, as Charlie said, they're cutting it down and continuing to fight for this win.
You got to wonder if Hayden Schroeder's night might be done for the Warriors as they look to get him some rest, make sure he doesn't get injured. 18-point lead for the Warriors as we hit our final home stretch of this game. Over to Zvanek, over to Anderson. Anderson down low to Reno. Reno bricks the layup. Rebound to Connor Brandt. Aiden Brandt up the court. Aiden Brandt calling out the play. Gets over to Connor. Seems to be a smart play here for Marian. Now over to Hernan. Hernan nearly turns it over. Does not, and now he does. So a little odd over the back there, but then he turns it over anyway. So into Anderson. A lot of bench players in currently. It's Vanek, Nichols, and Reno. Or no, rather Reno was a starter tonight, but just Vanek and Nichols. Anderson will draw the foul here. Going right to the rim.
Number 10, Hernan, his third.
Foul on Hernan, his third foul. If it gets to a point where Marian has to start fouling, that will be a big piece of information there for Wheaton Academy. Only got 2 more to give. Anderson makes the first free throw. One of the big improvements from Saturday to tonight is the free throw percentage. We don't have exact numbers, but the Warriors are dropping the free throws in like crazy tonight compared to Saturday.
Anderson with 6 points. Misses the free throw there for his 7th.
Went 1 of 2 from the line. Pushes it up the court. And no good on the layup. Rebound to Anderson.
Nice
Tough
steal
rebound.
there.
Tough rebound there for Anderson. Donnell into the paint. Off glass.
And it's good.
A kiss off the glass there for Donnell Osley. As the Warriors extend the lead Back up to 21. No good. Oh, good play there by number 10, Hernan, to keep the ball with Marian. As it is turned right back over to Wheaton Academy. Aiden Brandt with a poor turnover there. Now to Reno, over to Nichols. Reno for three. Off the front iron. Rebound to Nichols. Three for Vanek. Splash! It's Vanek.
His 15th point in this game.
15 off the bench. No good for Brandt off of Nichols. 15 off the bench. A huge showing for Vanek. 5 3-pointers poured in tonight. As that jumper is smooth. Coach Don telling his guys to really talk here. Good start to this fourth quarter. Blocked by Nichols. Nichols with a good rejection there. And getting on the floor. Gets it up here to Massey. And a travel. Hustle play there by Hernan, who has come off the bench but has really played starter minutes. Gets on the floor, however, a turnover by Massey on the travel. Into Anderson. Anderson wanted a little hold there on Brandt. Anderson gets away with the little...
Nice move there.
The little push there. It's Vanek for three. In and out. Rebound to Nichols. Over to Vanek. As Vanek travels. Good defense there by Marian.
Even though a comeback seems unlikely in these last 5-6 minutes.
As that ball is thrown away there.
Wow.
A wild pass.
Marian Central Catholic still trying to fight their way into this one.
Marian Central Catholic, giving credit here to the coaching staff, has played the full 32 minutes that it will be. They are making the Warriors work for everything. They're getting off at the boards. They're still getting down and dirty, even though it is a blowout at this stage of the game. Anderson gets pressured, and an offensive foul is called. A lot of offensive fouls tonight. Interesting, not usually what you'll see in a basketball game, but Anderson with the turnover there.
Anderson, his second. Team's first.
Up the court for Brandt. Over to Brandt. Back out to Brandt. Brandt trying to get it to Brandt. Turns it over. Brandt on the floor. And we'll draw the jump ball. We're going to keep on saying Brandt. We're not even going to clarify which one's which. Connor Brandt got on the floor for that one. And we'll draw the jump ball.
Timeout. Marian Central.
Timeout taken by Marian Central here.
Even though a comeback seems unlikely, Marian Central Catholic continuing to fight this one. And as Kobe, a great NBA legend, once said, job's not finished.
Very well said there, Eli, quoting the Mamba himself. Now make sure to check out our Instagram at TheRealWattTV. I have Instagram I follow. I love to get my Real Watt TV updates, skits, game clips, anything you need to know about Wheaton Academy. You best believe it's going to be on our Instagram. Eli, I know you follow.
Of course I do. As a student, I've got to stay in touch.
If you're a student and you don't follow, you should feel shame. Get on your Instagram and follow them right now. .24 lead for Wheaton Academy. Getting some bench players in some more. Cruz checks into the game. Isvan's been getting a good amount of minutes. He's dropped 15. The leading scorer for the Warriors tonight. Leading scorer for the game is 19 from Connor Brandt. Jablonski with the inbound. Little slip. No travel called on that one. Kept his foot on the floor. Now over to Brandt. Brandt over to Jablonski. So up for a steal there is Vanek. Three-pointer. Buries it. It's Massey. Marian, a little bit going against what our scouting report had. They've been able to shoot the three just fine tonight. As a blocking foul called on Aiden Brandt.
Foul number 3.
His second.
His second, team second.
4:48 left to go in this one. Eli, what do you think are some takeaways here for Wheaton Academy as we head into the rest of this conference schedule?
Well, as you mentioned, Marian Central Catholic has been shooting decent, along with Connor Brandt just conducting that offense, as well as defense. He's just been a great player overall. But Wheaton Academy just continuing to take control of this game. With Hayden Schroeder on the bench, just allowing a lot of these other bench players to shine, especially Caleb Isvanek.
Good hustle play there by Jablonski to keep it to turn over the Warriors and get it back over to Marian Central Catholic. Now into the paint, and a foul is called on Nichols. To the line is Massey.
Good defense by Reno, though, making sure he doesn't get that and-one call.
Line for the Hurricanes, shooting 2, Amani Massey.
Massey knocks down the first. Maroon Platoon showing up and showing out tonight as a dive for the ball and out of bounds off of Marian. Over to the Warriors. Only about 20 to 30 kids in the stands tonight for Wheaton Academy, but it has been a rowdy crowd nonetheless. As a full 60-second timeout here taken by the Warriors. They've been ready to go since the start of this game and are still standing. Well, not anymore due to the timeout, but they have been standing this whole game with a 20-point lead for the Warriors. Eli, what do you think Coach Smith's timeout was really for here?
Well, I'd say just to make sure that they're going strong. Marian Central Catholic is trying to make a push back here in these last couple seconds, but, I mean, the comeback's pretty much impossible at this point, so maybe just encouraging his players, making sure that they're getting the right takeaways, good defense, good offense, correcting any mistakes that they could possibly bring into any other games before.
To your point, a comeback at this point does seem improbable. They would have to get absurdly hot from three-point land to make this comeback and would have to turn into maybe the 2016 Warriors to make this 20-point comeback. However, though, they might be looking for some more like mental takeaways and just some player takeaways as they will head back home and take on Christ the King in another conference duel on Friday. Marian Central Catholic, that is.
Good camera work by Dallas Johnston.
We love all of our camera people here, as Alex, Elsa, and Dallas and Molly have been working the cameras for us tonight for Wheaton Academy beautifully. Now Josiah Nichols with the ball. Got 2 starters and 3 bench players in the game currently. Cruz, Nichols, and Isvanek off the bench. Ausley and Reno starting. Now good pressure and a foul called on Hernan, a reach-in. Hernan with some defensive intensity there, however, a little too handsy. Inbound to Cruz. Cruz over to Nichols. Nichols into the corner here for Reno. Reno over to Isvanek. Isvanek to the rim. Little shot trajectory change there.
Even though it was off, nice gather there by Isvanek with the high pickup.
Ooh, dropping some basketball terms there, Eli. Good drive there for Isvanek, however, no points. And a travel there on Connor Brandt. Marian really working their starters here in a 20-point game. In a 20-point game, they're still working their starters as Abram Lee, a fan favorite, checks into the game. A junior for the Warriors. Limited playing time, but hoping to make the most of it tonight. Ausley gets it stripped, keeps it. Over to Cruz. Cruz settles things down, point guard. Got a couple point guards out there right now. Abram, Cruz. A little push called there on Hernan. Even Osley can function as a point guard at times for Wheaton Academy if they choose to go with a big lineup.
Yeah, I've talked to him personally about what position he plays, and he's comfortable playing anything. You know, especially at his size of 6'3", he's able to adapt to any situation.
Inbound here to Osley. Back over to Nichols.
Nice
Nichols,
cross.
ooh, a nice pass to Osley. Kicks it out for Reno for three. Off the rim.
Reno is not scared to pull it from 3.
Foul on Lee. Getting a little too aggressive off the rebound. About 3 minutes left in this one. 20-point lead for the Warriors as they cruise to their 5th win of the season. Dribbles it up. Jablonski.
Gets stopped by Reno.
Stuff there by Reno, as Eli mentioned.
Great interior defense from him tonight.
Reno has had a handful of blocks. And to the line go the Warriors, as they will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Oh, and a fan favorite about to check into the game here, Titus Culver. If you were with us on the first game I broadcasted, Titus Culver, much to the student section's delight, knocked down a corner three-pointer. We'll see if he can do it again. That would send the Warrior Dome into a frenzy. In and out on the second for Osley. 21-point lead. Marian still playing their starters. They're playing till the end. Now Aiden Brandt, no good there. Abram gets cornered, gets out to Cruz. Cruz settles things down. Cruz over to Reno. Reno back over to Cruz. Cruz gets fouled. As I mentioned earlier with Inyeti, Cruz is quite the intellectual fellow also. In a lot of advanced classes, mostly with me and them as well. And I know he's a great studier. A girls basketball update here. It is the third quarter has been lopsided for Wheaton Academy. It is 36-13 as we head to the fourth quarter, as the Warriors will close in on another victory. Titus Culver checks in. Student section loving it. Good from the line there is Cruz. You love to see Cruz getting on the board. He's got 5. Looking to make a name for himself, a sophomore standout. Now into the corner for Armani. Turns it over to Abram. Lee pushes it up to Caleb Cruz. Cruz, no good on the lay-in, but gets fouled. Ooh. Little extracurricular there from number 4, Groden. Kind of throwing the ball at Cruz. No harm, no foul, though.
Cruz at the free throw line for the Warriors, shooting 2.
Right back at the charity line is Cruz. 2:20 left to go. Smooth free throws from Cruz. Exactly what you want to see from the Warriors as they close this one out. Eli.
That is his 6th point tonight. Shooting his 2nd free throw. We'll see if he makes it 7.
You'll notice his free throw routine. He will throw that ball high in the air with a lot of spin in that free throw routine. Something you see usually, just not usually as high as he tosses it there. And out of bounds off Marian, trying to keep it in there is number 20, Nico Zekin. Into Reno, Culver at the board, and he gets fouled. Going to the line is Titus Culver.
Student section cheering for him as always.
You'll see them go nuts if he can get one of these two to fall.
Culver at the free throw line for the Warriors, shooting 2.
Culver, a beloved senior here at Wheaton Academy. He gets the bounce. A lucky bounce there. And it drops for Culver.
And number 21,
Marian getting their starters out of the game, protecting them from injuries. They had a decent showing tonight. Standout was Connor Brandt with 19. Now over to Pfeiffer, followed by Abram Lee. Gotta say, if I have to weigh in here on the style, Abram Lee, I do prefer the way he wears his jersey. No undershirt. I prefer it a little old school. Eli, what would you say? Undershirt, no undershirt, as it's stolen by Nichols.
Well, it really depends on the player. I mean, I know some people like to wear undershirts, especially for that that feel.
Nichols with a little razzle-dazzle, cannot get the layup, though. Lee to the rack.
What a nice move. Abrams' first 2 points.
And you know what got that layup to fall? No undershirt. No undershirt equals points, people. You've heard it here first. Now, inbounded here for the Warriors. Now Cruz over to Nichols. Nichols in the corner for Culver. Culver for three.
That's the spot.
No, in and out.
Just out.
Cruz for three. Oh, off the back rim. Warriors with the lid on the basket here. Try to get 2 3-pointers there. Cruz sells out. Cannot get it. 3-pointer. Touches the sky, but cannot get to fall there. For Nico Zekin. 57 seconds left in this one. 27-point lead for the Warriors. Calling for no fouls. Here's Marian. Lee fakes a 3-pointer. Now back at Cruz. Over to Nichols. Nichols to the rim.
Titus open in the corner, but they don't pass it to him.
Culver with the board there. Culver to the rim. No, gets it out to Lee. Lee tries to get it to Nichols. Back out to Lee. Back out to Cruz. Time winding down in this one. And the foul is called. Back to the line goes Culver. Chance for some more points here for Culver.
Charlie, how do you feel about number 20, Nico Zekin's bright pink shoes?
Ooh, some more style choices here. I like this. We get some style talk going. If I had to say, bright pink would not be my choice. But, I mean, on the right person, they can pull it off. And I think with that jersey, it goes just fine.
Yeah, if they were to choose like a bright yellow, bright orange, that wouldn't work out, but...
Yeah, neon colors are not my thing, but on the right person, anything could look good. Now, Pfeiffer back over to number 22, Kelmanik, and he misses. Cruz with the rebound, and the Warriors will dribble out another victory. As 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It is all over from the Warrior Dome.
Warriors win it 61-33 tonight.
The Warriors bounce back from Saturday's tough loss and get a big conference win. As Cruz looks to find someone to throw the ball to. Finds his man. Big shout out here to our camera ops, Dallas Johnson, Alex, I'm just going to say Stavro on the camera, Molly Roth, Elsa Johnson, Sophia Kutek on the graphics, technical director Drew Turry, and our producers, Miss Rachel Burek and Mr. Skylar Piercy, part English teacher as well, helped in our 4th period class today. So that's it here from the Warrior Dome. Eli, any final takeaways?
Just a great showing here from the Warriors, showing that they can do both offense and defense. Just a great job and a great game overall.
So 61-33 your final. The Warriors overcome the Hurricanes in a good battle here on this Tuesday night. I'm Charlie Sias here with my analyst Eli Arlano. It has been our honor to present you Warriors basketball. This is my last time for the semester. It is all of our last time for the semester. We thank you for allowing us to have this first semester class with you guys, and we say good night.
Thanks for watching.
From the Warrior Dome.